Hey everybody, so She Ether here once again. I don't have my earrings on. I wonder if people who, if guys, I guess they notice the difference when you don't have earrings on, but they don't know what that difference is. They just know you look different. Anyway, so this video is about Scorpio energy in a relationship. So let's talk about Scorpio, male and female, and how they're the same and how they differ in a relationship. How about that? So when we're dealing with, let's see where I can start. Let's start with the female Scorpio. So as we know, Scorpio is ruled. The ancient ruler is Pluto. The current ruler is Mars, if you will. We'll talk about esoterics in another video, and we will go into depth about the planets correlating with the sign. If you're not familiar, each sign of the zodiac correlates with the planet, not only an and which would be, there's the exoteric meaning and the esoteric meaning. So we are going to cover all bases. And just want to introduce the signs this way because this is what a lot of us are comfortable with. We're comfortable with, with correlating characteristics with an individual sign, right? And so let's keep in mind that this is the personality of the person. This is the ego of the person. This is the promotion of the person, how they promote themselves. I like to say it's like the first date. So it's the part of you that just, when you go into a party, it's like when you first, it's the vehicle in which you achieve, that's your ascendant. But your sun sign is like the flair that you bring to achieve your goals, whereas the ascendant is the vehicle that carries you. So nevertheless, Mars. But here's the thing about Mars. When we think about Mars, Mars is aggression, Mars is sexuality, Mars is like the life force. When we talk about Pluto, because Pluto is also correlated with Scorpio, you might tend to see a lot of this with Scorpios. There is a dominance about them, a power. I think about like a purple, black, and silver when I think about Scorpios. And Pluto. Just like this air of coldness, but they're really fun people. I think that they're more serious. Like they give this look of being serious, but nonetheless, I'll talk about that in a separate Scorpio video because this here is just supposed to be about the relationships. So, okay, relationships. So when we have a female Scorpio in a relationship, for one, Scorpio likes to kind of have the finer things in life. Scorpios, females, they tend to think about, their credit. They tend to wait things out a lot of the time. And, the other aspects of the chart and placements and whatnot, that's definitely going to count. And it's going to affect the individual at hand. So, but a lot of times Scorpios, those with heavy Scorpio energy, they don't leave home unless they absolutely have to type shit. And, it's usually a lot of the time it's a comfortable place for them, but, unless perhaps, you have an adversely placed or aspected, that Scorpio, a planet in Scorpio, aspecting that planet in Scorpio, but let me stay focused. So the female will, she'll wait on the right kind of guy. So whereas, she might have friends that might be a little less choosy. The Scorpio wants the finer things. They want to be able to go on trips. They want the picket fence. They want the at least 2.5 kids, the dog and all that. And the picket fence, it might look shiny from afar, but it's actually really rusty. The Scorpio wants things to look a certain way. And you know what, Scorpio, if you want things to look a certain way, and this is for male and female, you might want to just get with the Taurus. Because the Taurus is going to give you that permanence that you're looking for when it comes to a love relationship. So you might want to consider that. And And, that's that opposition that actually works, that Scorpio and Taurus energy. So the Scorpio woman, she is feeling the guy out. You usually know that she's like head over heels. Like she enjoys dating. She enjoys seeing different men. She wants to kind of like see what life has to offer. What do these men really have to offer? Because, she's going to have her pick. And the thing about the Scorpio is that I think it's really funny because a lot of Scorpio women have like this gayometer. I forget what my homegirl used to call it. But she always used to be like, oh my gosh, I think such and such, is, blah, 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 where they have these tendencies. And you know what? She was pretty much right all the time. So I guess that's that water energy that's picking up on the energies that be. So, they'll even put up with certain shit. Like, they have their eye on the prize, and then, they're like, okay, well, can I deal with this dude's situation? So, for example, like, things may not be perfect, like their husband might be cheating on them, but as long as the husband takes them to, like, holiday, parties and that sort of thing, and, is there for the kids, and make sure that they have their vacations, and, they're tricking on each other, they're enjoying each other's, like, as long as they have that, the Scorpio will, like, stay in the game. Nevertheless. So, what else can we say? The Scorpio woman is not necessarily going to initiate. She might give you an approval, like, if you holla or if you look at her, she'll give you an approval. But she's not, you know what I'm saying? Like I was saying in the other video about Scorpios, like, the Aries, we like you, like, we're on you. Like, male, female. You know what? I feel like the female might be a little bit more open. I guess it depends. I guess we're like, it can be the same for Aries when it's time for initiation. Because the reason why I'm bringing up Aries is because Aries and Scorpio are ruled by Mars. So with that said, Aries is going to be more open about how they go about things. If I like somebody, I'm like, hey, you know what I'm saying? I'm in their inbox, in their DM, whatever. Scorpio, not so much. Scorpio male will holla. Scorpio female, not so much. When, Scorpio won't do the wrong thing for the right reason. Meaning, like, they're not really with having babies out of wedlock and that sort of thing, because for them to actually, because they're vain in a different way. So, they want to make sure, like, they're vain about life. You know how some people are vain about their body? Scorpios are vain about their lives. Isn't that funny, though? How you can be vain about your life? So they want to be seen a certain way. This is why a Scorpio, they might be attracted to Leos, because Leos have this way of being front and center without being front and center, especially the ones in August. And again, we all, if you don't know, a person is not just their sun sign. They are the total makeup of their astrological makeup. And so with that said, it's just sort of like, let me say this. Scorpio females give excellent gifts. And they have a way of making you pay for all their extravagance. But that's what I was saying about the Leo being with, Scorpios being with Leo females. Scorpio females being with Leo males. Because they like what the Leo has to offer. And the Leo doesn't try to outshine them. The Leo is sort of like, all right, if the Scorpio's making sense, the Leo is on board. So yeah, what else do we have? Scorpio. Okay, so here's the thing about Scorpio women that I've heard. I heard they're not really that good in bed. I don't know what's going on with their Mars, but I hear that they are not that good. Well, the females, I hear that they're not that good in bed. And here's the other thing. A lot of Scorpios get with other Scorpios. So there's a few signs that do that. Scorpio and Scorpio, Cancer and Cancer, Capricorn and Capricorn. And here's how I feel. No, because nobody else really wants to fuck with the Capricorn. Not the Capricorn. The fucking Libra and Libra. So Libra and Libra, Capricorn and Capricorn, Scorpio and Scorpio, Cancer and Cancer. Those four right there, and probably Aquarius and Scorpio. Those are some of the signs that like they just deal with each other because I swear nobody else really. I mean, not necessarily Scorpio though, because people love Scorpios. Nevertheless, so Scorpio female has to be careful of like getting into these situations. The Scorpio female might also be a hustler too, and not hustle you out of your money, but just like remember what careers that have to do with what lies beneath. In the sense of hustling, mysteries, maybe be used for setups. Scorpios always know all the business. So keep that in mind. Scorpios always know all the business because people tend to talk around them, not realizing that Scorpio does have a big mouth. Nevertheless, Scorpio will protect their family, but they can be very selfish, especially the females. I'm still talking about the females. Female Scorpios, I'll be on some shit like Scorpio females be on some shit like they like to they'll utilize their resources in the sense of like family members, and they will take advantage if you let them, like with family. They can. There's a very thin line. But as far as them being wives or like, living with a Scorpio female, I feel like they can be controlling in a passive way, but it doesn't really work depending on who they're with. But Scorpio is a good partner to have as far as like they're great in business. A Scorpio female, male or female, they're like they're great in business. The female is going to like show you about all these new gadgets and bebops and technology. If you are like writing a book, or if you have to do an article, or you have a talk show, because my old best friend, she of 25 years, she is a Scorpio, and they have this way about just knowing what I said in another video, knowing what people want. And with Scorpio female, she tunes in. She's using that right part of her brain. She's also using the logic, but like she knows how to zoom in on what's going to sell, what's not, when to buy the tickets and when not to, how to make sure that, the purchases that they are making on eBay are actually authentic handbags or designer goods, because Scorpio likes to look good. And I'm wondering what it would be like if you have a Scorpio and a Capricorn. If you're a Scorpio and you've been in a long-term relationship with a Capricorn, I'd love to know what that dynamic is like, because you both like money. I can see a lot of possession there and a lot of not giving in, but then again, it's like that water earth situation. So then now let's talk about let us discuss Scorpio men. So, I mean, I guess with Scorpio women, what I'm trying to say is that, if they don't know how to cook, they'll learn to cook. If they don't know how to use Excel, they're going to buy the book on how to use Excel. They're going to want to please you, but don't get it twisted. Scorpio women, like, say that they have a partner that's constantly drinking, right? So Scorpio woman, she's not going to be in your face like an Aries, like flipping and like screaming and yelling, like, oh my gosh, especially if you're not in your progressed energy. If you're an Aries and you're not working in your progressed energy, you're flipping out. But the Scorpio's like, oh, okay, you want to keep drinking? All right, watch this. Fuck around the next day, Scorpio, like you got an accident the day before after you already said you were going to stop drinking. The Scorpio's going to be like, all right, well, guess what I did? I took out an insurance policy on you, because you know what? Scorpio has to live life lavishly, whether you're here or not. All about that luxury. But I mean, they're excellent. They want to live a good life. They're a fixed sign. They want things a certain way. And if you can honor that and know that they're really, the things that they're doing and the place that they're coming from is from a really genuine spot. They may not say it like the best way. They might really joke about it a lot, or you might be the butt of their jokes, even if they love you, but it's really because they care, and this is just how they express themselves. Of course, that's going to vary depending on where the individual's Mercury is. All right, so what else do we have? Scorpio males. So Scorpio males in a relationship, here's what I see with Scorpio males. Scorpio males will get with a woman, right? they'll get with a female and they'll be like, I don't even know what is it that makes a Scorpio nail a woman down? Because you know what I noticed with this nail a woman down when pause. What Scorpio what makes Scorpio like wife or propose to a woman, or commit to a woman? Because what I'm noticing with Scorpios is that Scorpio males, you guys will get with a female, right? You guys will be with a female and then fuck around, and it's like you are cheating on them with everybody under the fucking sun. And then like Scorpio is the type that Scorpio will actually leave whoever they're with. Like after a bit of time of getting to know you, whatever, and they know their situation is not working right, they will leave that situation and they will really fuck with you like that. But see, then are you gonna trust them? That's the thing about Scorpio men. I mean, and then you gotta look at a person's moon, because you can't expect oil from a rock. You know what I'm saying? So Scorpio men, I want to say that they're intuitive. They know what you need. They're good providers. They can be lazy, but for the most part, they are good providers. They can feel what you're feeling, and they may not necessarily be so vocal about it. Scorpio is more of an energy where it's like, okay, I feel, therefore I act. Once they feel a certain vibration from you, then they're going to act on. They're gonna just perform an action. They're either gonna sting or not to sting. So, I don't really, I had a Scorpio boyfriend once, like in 1994 to 95, I had a Scorpio boyfriend, and, it was really sweet. Like, we really had a really tight relationship. We were really close. I mean, we were teens, but we were sweet. It's a sweet little couple, situation. And I've dated a Scorpio, kind of recently. So, you know what? When they're pretty giving. The Scorpio males as well. They may not be that free with giving their emotions, because they don't like Scorpio is like they're not emotional. They do have feelings, but they're just not emotional. It's like, oh, whoa, hold yourself together. They want to see that you are strong, especially Scorpio man. And I think that might be what really turns them on, is strength. But like you gotta have subdued strength, not like I'm independent and I don't need no man strength. Like, I don't understand that. That's not really strength, that's weakness. But that's a whole nother video for a whole nother day. But what I am saying is that having strength, having inner strength, having the power to do as thou wilt, willing to act on what is going to carry us. Like, they like to see that the woman is like action oriented, because what'll happen a lot of the time with these Scorpios, I think they feel like Scorpio men, they feel like they're safe with these women who end up boring the shit out of them. Like, I don't know. Do you think that's safe? Like, is that why you marry another Scorpio? Like, because you think it's safe? And you know what? I have to wonder about the Scorpio male. I mean, somebody's calling me. Hold on.